At Disney ABC, we're really expanding the scope of the use cases for data beyond delivery of impressions or selecting which shows, dayparts, units make sense for an advertiser to think about data far more holistically and to expand what we mean by data. So not just audience targets, but data from set-top boxes, data from ad servers, data from the social ecosystem, and how can we bring all of these things together and then really start at the beginning of an advertiser's journey. So how can we bring those data assets as well as Walt Disney Company data to help marketers and agencies be smarter about planning, just understanding what's happening in terms of consumption across platforms, how that rolls up, how that looks across different audiences, and therefore how you might think about investment across search, social, digital, multi-platform TV. And if we start there with that sort of base budget allocation, then we can go further down that journey. The next really method for using data then would be the delivery and optimization, so getting down to which impressions and which units are the right match given those objectives. And then lastly, how do we tie that all together with data to prove attribution, to prove ROI, and then to feed those insights back into the planning process so that we're going full circle.
What's the core value proposition in the market, and what are you guys doing that's unique to help marketers achieve their goals?
I think the first thing we focus on is the power of content, the power of multi-platform television, and the power of scale. If we're not delivering that as the Walt Disney Company, as Disney ABC, then there are many other places where the marketer can find that. So we first have to bring all of those assets together and then layer on top of that Disney data. So what are the things that we know about our users, our viewers, our fans, how they engage across a mobile network, various media properties, how they engage with us in the real world in places like parks and theaters. And so when we bring those two things together, it really gives us an ability to help improve a marketer's target, to help them maybe have a better, different understanding of our viewers, and then we can apply that across a massive media portfolio, which is all the highest quality media. Really what we're working on is how do we continue to sort of push ahead given all of the complexity, the fragmented platforms, the various silos, and how do we break that down and how do we pull everything together holistically? Because as everybody knows, viewers are consuming in more and more different places. There's not measurement that works holistically everywhere. So the first thing we have to solve for is those foundational capabilities. How can we have an understanding of a viewer across all platforms, whether that's for our own use cases like personalization and content development, or for helping deliver more effective advertising. So in some ways, it's not sort of the sexiest capabilities, it's not the things that are going to make headlines, but it's the sort of roll up your sleeves kind of work that we must do to set the foundation for the future.